Croeso I sianel Blaid Llwyd. And after about 2.5 months, we're finally back with Tennis Ace. I've definitely been trying to catch up with a few of the ones like Manitou Hotel and this one. And here we are. See what's going on with Hector and Shuichi. And for those of you who've forgotten, Hector had a bit of a revelation with playing some tennis and had an offer. Also tennis related. So that's where we kind of left things off. So let's pick things up right now. This is probably the 10th site I go to and the result is always the same. I suppose taking the internet to try and prove myself right is not the best possible motivation to go research something. I started studying a little bit in the morning before finding a paper Katsuragi-sensei gave me with information on the college I wanted to scout me. I've spent so much time researching a place I have no intention of going to. The campus sure is pretty though. God, what am I even doing here? Leaning back on my chair, I sigh while rubbing my eyes. It shouldn't be this hard to make a decision on this sort of thing. I thought for sure that I'd throw this one in the trash like I do all offers. Thought I was just a little bit curious to see what the place is like. Next thing I know, I'm seriously considering it. This is a bad thing. A really bad thing. I can't let some weird offer come out of left field at the last second ruin all my careful planning. I've had my mind made up about what I'm supposed to do for years. Why is it only now that I'm starting to have doubts? I look at the corner of my desk, reaching over to pick up a random textbook at the top of the pile I formed late last night. Since when did I even bother studying this stuff? Seriously, what's happening to me? Thought I stopped being this guy a long time ago. It's no wonder Saya has a field day mocking me all the time. I'm a total mess. I wonder if this Shuichi's influence rubbing off on me. Maybe he's been influencing me more than I thought. Would that really be a bad thing? Just thinking of how much he'd gloat if I let him know is already annoying. Safe to say I'm not opening that can of worms anytime soon. Thought of not telling him about the offer until my mind was more made up about it. I've only been getting more and more unsure. For fuck's sake, why is it so hard to make a simple decision? It should be illegal to expect a guy my age to make such important decisions about my goddamn long-term future. I really need to stop picking fights with my brain all the time. This is getting ridiculous. All this thinking is giving me a stomachache. The sound of knocking fills the room out of nowhere, nearly making me jump out of my chair. Aniki, are you there? You're going to be late for class, you know. Is that alright with you? What? Late for class? How long have I... Holy crap, I've been here browsing this stuff for over an hour. Just a second, I lost track of time. Lost track of time? Asking permission, Aki walks into my room, catching me just as I started putting my pants on. Seriously, you're not even dressed yet. What the hell have you been up to all morning? You woke up even before I did. Yeah, I was looking some stuff up and lost track of time. Aki looks at my computer, staring at the empty desktop screen with a blank look on his face. Were you looking at porn? What? No! Why do you even think that? I know, you lost track of time. Your computer only has your desktop open. First thing you did when I knocked was rush to put your pants on. It fits. How on earth do you even know all this stuff? Have you been looking at porn? I don't owe you any answers. You're not our mother. What the? That's basically admitting it. Aki steps close to my desk, picking up a few books and looking around while I finish buttoning my jacket. Are you doing back to school or something? I haven't seen you carrying this many books around since... I don't even know when, actually. I feel a bit offended you'd think that. I get why you would. You're not? Nah, I just felt like studying a bit. Couldn't hurt, you know. Huh. Been a while. What was that? That's nothing, just hurry up and finish getting dressed. I was thinking we could leave together. Leave together? Why is that? Your school is twice as far from home as mine is. If you wait around till I'm ready, you'll be late. Aki shrugs, smiling dumbly at me, humming some kind of cheerful tune. That's fine. I'm never late, so I can afford to do it once or twice. Besides, it's been a while since we left the house together. I think it'd be nice. Oh, is this you always saying you miss spending time with your Nichan here? Of course, I can't leave you behind if I feel like it. No, I was just kidding. You better have. You're a dork. Oh, I can't believe my little brother has grown up to be such a tsundere. I reach forward with my hand, patting Aki's head and running my fingers through his fur for a bit. What are you doing? You're really cute, you know. Shut up. Just finish getting dressed. I'll leave you behind. I'll wait downstairs. Even though he just said he'd leave me, he immediately follows it up by saying he'll wait anyway. He swats my hand away, walking out of my room in a huff, his face still bright red. You're not fooling anyone. Wouldn't know such an honest kid turned into tsundere like this. Oh wait, I almost forgot about something important here. We're not done with that of the conversation, by the way. You better not be watching porn already. Bite me. What? Where the hell did you learn to talk like that? Don't you fucking curse at me, you shitty brat. I'm so glad I didn't say that out loud. Being a good influence is hard. There, I've got my shoes on. Just need to get my books back inside my bag and grab my valuables. I reach the phone I keep on the nightstand. Still charging, just like I left it last night. Before I noticed it, I flicked back to my conversation with him last night. It's weird. You know, our texting habits haven't really changed much at all. It still feels much more meaningful whenever I talk to him now. Is this what all relationships usually are like? It's a nice feeling. Aniki, I'll seriously leave without you. Keep taking forever. Aki shouts from downstairs, making me hurriedly shove my stuff into my pockets. Right, I'm coming. I rush down the stairs with my bag over my shoulder, coming face to face with annoyed Aki tapping his foot by the front door. Heath, what took you so long? You already took you seriously when you said you were making an effort to be a better student. I am. Today was just an off day. Get off my back. What's with the fourth degree here? I'm the older brother. Respect my authority. Aki walks right out the door without a second word, leaving me to follow behind him and lock the door. The air outside feels amazing against my skin. Even it's the dry summer breeze you'd expect from June, still feels much better than being indoors with the air conditioning turned off. No matter how much I beg and plead with Mom, she insists the air can be programmed to turn off automatically at 4 AM. The room will only be ambient temperature by the time we leave the house. She says there's no point in leaving it running any longer, and that leaving while the room is still cold means we let the air run too long. Never mind the fact it gets super hot this time of year. Your fur is messy around your collar. Oh, is it? Just a second. I try to readjust, not having the benefit of a mirror or something of the sorts to help me. I'll just have to do my best to fix it blind. Did that work? Yum, looks much better. By the way, we leave the house, step into the neighbourhood street on our way to our schools. The asphalt radiates a really uncomfortable heat, making my eyes water a bit once it hits me. Man, I really should have left earlier in the morning. Yeah? How come you decided to leave with me today? Do I even need a reason for that? Not really, but you're not like me. You're not the type to just do things on a whim. You're definitely right about that. Aki giggles, covering his mouth with his left hand. His voice carries softly and sweetly through the air. He doesn't really laugh like this all that often anymore. So, what's the deal? There's no deal. I just noticed you haven't had much time spent together lately. Oh, you have been missing me. Don't make me punch you. I'm way smaller, so I can aim somewhere that doesn't deal a lot of damage. That's uncalled for. Really? Tiny always told me that's where I should aim if I needed to punch someone bigger than me. Saya-chan, we really need to have a long conversation about the things you're teaching my brother later. You say you want to spend more time with me and then you threaten to hurt me. I don't know why, but I'm getting mixed signals here. That's okay. It's more fun this way. You know, if you want to spend more time with me, you can just knock on my door and ask. You don't have to watch me from a distance like some kind of spy. A spy? Yeah. You think I already forgot you've been spying on me and reporting to Hector? Oh, that? I'd hardly call it spying. If you're doing stuff out in the open, you can't really expect privacy. Not even in my own house? He has no idea about you two, by the way. I'm sure I'd hope so. I don't even want to think what her reaction would be. Really? You should just tell her already. Get it over with. Nice and easy, like ripping a band-aid. Ripping a band-aid hurts like a mother. What the hell are you talking about? No, wait. Wrong point to focus on here. I don't know if I'm even okay with you knowing, let alone other people. Only 3 people know so far, and that's just fine by me. Don't worry too much. I told you lots of times that most people don't care about this stuff nowadays. Maybe. It only takes one bad apple to screw everything up. That's a risk I'm not comfortable taking just yet. I don't have the luxury of being carefree about it. A lot of things I had to consider. Shuichi's family could make things hard for us. We could have trouble at school. Could badly affect my career. He's gone out of your way to find a reason not to do it. I shrug, fighting back the urge to smile. So off I am. Smile for my relationship. I'll tell whoever I want whenever I feel ready. Could at least tell Mom. You know there's no way she'd be mad. Hell no. I'm not telling her for a while yet. There are very few people in this world who can destroy me as easily as she can. Yeah, it's not like she uses her powers for evil. You're so naive. This time Aki is the one to shrug, hopping forward a couple of steps ahead of me with a smile. I think if I were in a happy relationship, I'd want to let the people I care know about it, not go out of my way to keep it a secret. How do you even know you've never had a relationship before? I pay more attention to people than you do. Like that's some huge achievement. Lots of people pay more attention than I do. Doesn't make you special. Wait, did I just diss myself? Just be quiet. Well, so it is to tease you. There's something else I've been meaning to ask. Oh, do you have another awkward question to unload on me? No, why do you even assume that? Well, that's a track record we have so far. So I want to know how you've been doing your practice. You never really tell me anything with the next competition being so soon. Oh, alright, of course you'd be wondering about that. Yeah, I'm confident. Really? Don't look so surprised. I mean, I haven't heard you say that in a while. What gives? I just broke through a barrier, I guess. What does that mean? You'll have to wait and see. Yeah, now that's a good look on your face. Way better than that cocky grin you have all the time. Cat got your tongue? No, I just didn't expect this, but if you're this confident, I can't wait to see you play again. Aww. Signs like these that keep you in the running for cutest little brother in the world. And no one better even dare to try to convince me otherwise. What about you? Has been any progress on your end? Ah, did we really have to get to that? It feels like the natural way to progress the conversation. Why? Is there something wrong? Not really, I just kind of feel like I've hit a wall. Oh, are you losing motivation to practice? No, not even a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I still love tennis. There's nothing in the world I have more fun doing. I just wish I were making a little more progress. I wouldn't mind winning more often either. Maybe you need a little change of scenery? Should we transfer you to a different club? No, I'm not even the best player in my club yet. And that's a problem? Of course it is. If I transfer when I haven't even managed to reach the top of that ladder, it'll just look like I ran away. Why do you even care about that stuff? Wouldn't you? Maybe a little. I would have cared a lot more a few years ago. Nowadays, not so much. Everything used to feel a lot more urgent a few years ago, like it was always do or die. It was a good thing that I mellowed out. At least I hope so. At least I'm sure it's the case for my mental health. You know, you changed a lot over the years. I did? What do you mean? Guess you become mature, or at least more than you were. Still remember you when you were little dear. The way you cling to me all the time, or how you'd pout and throw a tantrum when you didn't get your way. Please don't remind me of that. It's embarrassing to even think about it. What? But I liked it. You were so cute back then. Besides, a hopeless older brother like you around, I had no choice but to mature fast. Hopeless? That's not true. I'm a really good older brother. I mean, I guess it is true, but I'd still rather you not say it. It's okay. I still love you a lot, though. I love you too. I'm really glad I have you around. I'll never go so far as to say that. I guess we've both been through a lot over the years with Dad, Colin, Mom working all the time. I shouldn't be surprised that you did a lot of maturing over it. Sorry, Aki. I tried to shield you from the worst of it, but I might not have done too good a job at that. Hope you can forgive this hopeless older brother of yours. Getting near the school gate, more and more students start appearing on the roads, all of their different paths converging here. This school's a lot closer by than I remember. I told you. Why do you have to enroll on one that's so far? Because it's the best middle school in the city and Mom insisted. I don't remember you having to do that, though. I studied in the same school as you, you know. Besides, Minukawa is still top 3. Or maybe you've gone to Kamoeda or Shishizaki Academy. Were those stuffy red blazers? No thanks. So as my friends went to Minikawa. I wasn't going to be the only one to go somewhere else. Fair. Plus those two didn't even have a tennis program to speak of. True, Minamikawa was always a pretty strong school in that regard, what with Morisaki Senpai and Sasaki-san both being alumnus. I'm going to go in now, though. Sure, travel safe. I wave Aki goodbye, walking past the gate and heading inside. As soon as I turned around, I hear the sound of jogging. Someone said there was no problem with being late today, sure broke into a mad dash now. All things considered, you turned out really well raised. Wonder who I should thank for that. Really hope my future kids will be as well behaved as Aki. At least, I certainly wanted them to turn out like me. Oh wait, right, I never thought of this before. I always pictured myself having kids at some point in the future, but now, how is that supposed to even work? I mean, I like kids, I always enjoy taking care of Aki. Can't really imagine myself not being a father at some point. Is that even possible now? Would Shuichi and I have to adopt? Is that allowed for couples like us? No, stop it. We've only been dating for about a month. It's way too soon to be thinking of something like that. Don't even know where things are going to go with us. I kind of like not knowing. We're having fun together, getting to know each other better in that kind of way. Even if he's a bit too pushy. Definitely a more physical than I was ready for. Even then, it's not like I've been thinking about what will happen to us in the future. Hector-san? Oh, morning. What are you doing spacing out by the door? You already answered your question there. Don't you think there are better places to be spacing out at? Makes people choose where to space out. Why not? Doesn't seem too hard. Are you for real? Yeah, good morning to you too, June. Morning. Wait, didn't we already greet each other? Let's just go inside the building instead of standing around by the door. Oh, sure. June and I walk into the building, passing by the masses of students arriving just a few minutes before classes. At least he no longer freaks out about the amount of people we have here in school. That's good progress. By the way, won't you make an effort to be more punctual? Or have you been here this entire time standing by the door? Of course not. Why'd I come to school early just to stand by the door? Maybe you want to know what it's like to be a doorman? Or you want to count how many students go in by in an hour? Oh, I know. Maybe you wanted to... When I asked the question, I wasn't inviting you to guess and come up with reasons. Oh, sorry. All the things get carried away by. I'm sorry. Stop apologising so much. Alright, sorry. I'm heading to class. Oh, you haven't even told me why you were late. That's not a big deal. So I reviewed some of my notes before I got ready for class and lost track of time. Yeah, really? Eh? That's not the kind of reaction I was expecting. Yeah, really. What's so bad about that? I'm the only slacker in a group. I mean, come on. You were late to class because you were studying? Where did that come from? What, are you telling me you only liked hanging around me so much because I didn't drag you to study like the others would? Who knows? That might be it. June giggles, his tail slowly swishing back and forth behind him. I'm going to class. Oh, I'm going with you. The hell you are, you can go alone for all I care. I'll teach you to be a smartass. Hang on, I didn't mean it like that. I quickly spin around on my heels, walking away at a brisk pace, leaving the tiger hurrying to catch up to me. I definitely have a satisfied smile on my face as I do. No one can take that away from me. A few hours later, despite the previous setbacks of my nearly being late to class, I made sure to watch all my classes intently and take notes as thoroughly as I can. When I first started this up again, I was already exhausted, with a headache by now, but it's been getting easier with every single day I go through it. It's actually pretty satisfying to notice that. And speaking of something else that's satisfying, could you stop pouting? I'm not pouting, I'm sighing. There's a difference. Oh, they're annoying. Cut it out. Ever since Kei-kun's birthday party, Saya-chan started going to his classroom every day to drag him over so he'd have lunch with us. He always looks so awkward through it too, looking around uncomfortably like he expects someone to jump out and judge him being somewhere he's not supposed to go. It's pretty cute. How many times do I have to tell you it's not a big deal? Shuichi and I don't belong in this class either, but here we are. That's different. You two are seniors. You actually belong in this floor. Well, there's no such thing as a floor that only one grade is allowed to go to. Sure there is. Says who? They're right on the doors. It says third year. Oh, well, it actually says 3A, 3B and so on, but that's not the case. Dude, you've got to chill out. In this case, Sam, I don't think you're so self-conscious. You're usually pretty confident. I'm confident about the things I know are right. If I'm doing something that's clearly wrong, then of course I'll be self-conscious. Sorry if my discomfort bothers you. Oh, it doesn't bother me at all. It's actually pretty cute. What? Cute? Who? Huh? Excuse me, Hiroshihara. I think I saw your self-respect get left behind somewhere around that corner. Buzz off. Buzz, buzz. I hate you. Okay, guys, this is cruel. Let's just change the subject for he has a meltdown. Thank you. You're welcome. Since we're changing subjects anyway, how about we catch up? What are you guys been up to lately? Do you have any plans for the weekend or something like that? Well, Oh, yeah, I do. Well, there he goes. Not even noticing he completely cut Kei-kun off. Been so much more full of energy since he met with his mom again. All of a sudden making plans to visit, talking about her and how things changed in her life the past few years. It's like a little kid. Oh, I actually made plans to go to Tokyo over the weekend. Found out one of her favourite plays has been performing in this huge venue, so I bought tickets for the three of us to go. The three of you? Oh yeah, Hitoka's coming too, of course. Saya-chan raises me an eyebrow, shooting me a quizzical look. I try my best to signal for her to drop without saying any words, already being plenty aware of what she's thinking. Shuichi's finally reconnecting with that side of his family for the first time since his parents divorced. We might be dating, but I don't want to encroach in their business. Well, I do, but I have enough respect for him not to. I'll only jump in if I think he could use my help. That should be more than enough. Besides, if it lets me see him looking this excited, all the trouble I went through to get through that thick skull of his was worth it. I'm glad you reconnected with him. Hitoka-chan was one thing, since you at least still texted and saw each other in school. I know it meant a lot to you to talk to your mom again. I did. It was such a big weight lifted off my shoulders. I'm really happy for you, Arata. I've been saying for a while you could use a break. Me too, but Sitika has been so much more lively when we chat lately. I think it's safe to say she's happy. Oh, me too. I'm happy for you too. It's not a competition. You don't just say it out loud just because the others did. But... oh, thank you guys. It means a lot to me. It really does. Good. Maybe this will teach you something about being a hard-headed idiot and you won't stand by so long without doing anything next time you have an issue like that. Yeah, that's a good point. That was a little uncalled for. You think? I'm just being honest. Or being blunt to the point of no tact. Oh, that's alright. I suppose I do have a habit of being paralysed by my fears when something's really important to me. Shuichi shoots me a quick look, his eyes almost sparkling as his whole gaze softens, his lip curling up slightly in a smile. That keeps me from being honest about how I feel sometimes. The way he just looked at me, it's too much. You're definitely not allowed to look at me like that in public. Hope no one else noticed that. I know what you mean. Saya-chan, that's not helping. Yeah, I can imagine too. To be completely fair, that's a very common issue. I won't hold it against myself too terribly much. I can be the same way. True. Thanks, Urashihara. You're quite welcome. Still, I'm kind of surprised Akihiko-san gave you permission to even do that in the first place. Didn't you say he's really strict with you on your curfew and keeping up with your studies? Oh, that's true. But he's been pretty permissive whenever it's something involving Mom. Really? That's pretty nice of him. Yeah. It really is, though it still does little to fix the bitter image I have of him right now considering the last time I saw him. Yeah, it is. I think on some level he still feels guilty over what happened in the divorce. Oh, alright, there's that. Oh, whatever, it's not important anyway. As long as I get to spend more time with Mom, I'm not complaining. You must really like your mother. Oh, of course I do, I love her. You have no idea how much I missed her these past few years. I can empathise with that. My bad, I'd forgotten about. Oh, you don't have to worry about it. I'm still happy for you, regardless of my own situation on the matter. I'm capable of not being completely selfish, you know. That's not what I... Keikun reaches across the table, giving Shuichi a few light taps on his shoulder, a reassuring smile on his face. You worry too much. Just be happy over the improvement in your situation. That's all I can ask for. Alright, thanks again. You really are a lot more mature than I give you credit for. Stating the obvious, but thank you. Is it too late for me to take back my compliment? Yes, you officially love me now. Not sure I go that far. What about you guys? Anything new on your end? I don't know if it counts as news. I've been working on my college application. College application? That's surprisingly down to earth. What's something I need to think of? The whole reason I got back into competing was so I'd have a better chance of joining my choice school. Sure, I could apply with just my original compositions, my competitions from 7 years ago on my academic curriculum. That place is notoriously hard to get into. I doubt it'd be enough. What kind of school are you trying to get into that's not enough for acceptance? Well, Cologne University of Music. Huh? What's wrong, Keikun? Is that someplace really impressive or something? Oh, I've never heard of it. Seriously, how uncultured can you guys get? The Cologne University of Music is one of the finest educational institutions pertaining to music in the whole world. Oh, really? So it's like Harvard or something? Harvard wishes. I don't mean to be a downer, but please tell me you have other options. Of course I do. I'm not a moron. Oh, thank God. What are they? Berlin's Hans Eisler Academy of Music and Juilliard. Huh? I'm guessing from the actions all of those are impressive. Why are all your options going to be first choice dream schools of musicians? You don't understand the concept of a safety option. Why are you getting mad at me? Damn, I didn't know you had such ambitious dreams. Right, I never would have guessed from how much you tend to slack off in school. I'm trying my best, okay? Oh man, I really need time to breathe. This was too much. Sorry for losing it on you. Oh, it's okay, I get it. I know I'm aiming pretty high. Do you think you can really get in? I know your grades aren't exactly the best. June sputters, his tail shooting up behind him. Well, I'm hoping my musical achievements are enough to make up for that. Your sake, I really hope that's the case. Come on, he's up a bit. You can't really blame him. If you have big plans when it comes to college, why shouldn't you want to go someplace like that? I know that. Everyone should at least be realistic about their odds. These schools all receive dozens of thousands of applications just for a handful of openings. Especially if you want to get a scholarship with them, having a safety school is a must. My dad doesn't really agree with you on that. I'm afraid of asking, but what's that even mean? Oh, so he makes me study a lot through past college exams the universities I'm supposed to apply to. Supposed? Well, it's not like I'm the one who picked them. He came with a list of universities I should pick all by himself. And since most colleges publicise their past exams for applicants to study by them, I've been using the ones from the past 7 years extensively, and then go over them and grade me using the answer sheets. Yeesh, that's way too close to home. I don't like that. Well, what about you, Shahara? Any news? I'm focusing on trying to compose a new song for the band for the most part. Trying to meet their expectations while keeping my own studies, and training for the company is also a pain in the ass. My father describes a similar philosophy as yours. Oh, really? So you know what it's like? Yep, the only difference is I never get paid for the work I've been made to do for the company, since he says I'll eventually own the company anyway. I'm sure that's just an excuse we can have free labour. I can be such a Scrooge when he makes so much money I'll never get. You say that, but your allowances would easily put most working adults in the world to shame. Yeah, right, about that. What about that? Nothing, it's not important, just a nitpick. Really? Sounding important? Not really. It's going to be marked you can't really trust anyone in this kind of corporate environment. A lot of people will do whatever it takes to social climb. Watch your back, Urata. Holy crap, because that's not ominous at all. Yeah, where did that come from? I'm just looking out for a friend is all. What's wrong? Why is everyone quiet all of a sudden? It's nothing, don't worry about it. Did I kill the conversation? No one dares speak up in disagreement. Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's fine, this kind of thing happens. Yeah, you'll just update on what's new in your life. I'm the one who's sorry. I asked. Thankfully, the awkward mood doesn't seem to last all that long. Jun-kun quickly changed the subject to something else, and soon we were whisked away into a conversation about something completely unrelated. That seems to be the case more often than not whenever the tiger is involved. Still, can't shake off this awkward feeling I have now. You don't talk about college plans like that. Even June is thinking seriously about his future. Sai-chan might have college plans, she's already figured out everything she wants to do. Me on the other hand, I've been coasting by and using my career as an excuse not to have to think about that. When you look at it like that, it becomes pretty clear that I'm the outlier in the group. Now that I'm aware of it, it just starts bothering me more and more. Maybe I'll try asking Sai-chan about it before practice. Don't know what to make of the offer I got. Maybe she'll know something. If anything, I can at least ask if she's gotten a few offers like that herself. What do you think, Hector-san? Me? Sorry, what were we talking about? You weren't paying attention? Oh, that's a bit rude. Sorry, I was thinking some stuff over and spaced out. You always do that. You really shouldn't be acting so surprised about it, should you? Okay, so Mr. Goshi-san was asking us about... The rest of the lunch break carries on as usual with rapid-fire conversation, only pauses every now and again while someone chews on their food. And soon enough that also comes to an end. A few hours later, heading to the gym building, I decided to wait by the entrance so I can talk to Sai before we head inside. Even made sure to already have all my things organised inside my bag before the bell rang to make sure I could arrive here before she did. Tends to be the type that starts acting weird as soon as she walks into the court. I'd much rather have a talk with her when the two of us are still outside. Hey Hector-kun, what are you doing waiting outside by the girls' entrance? I was hoping to talk to you actually. Me? Oh crap, what did you do this time? why immediately assuming I did something? That's usually always the case. Hey, I rarely ever get in trouble. What the hell are you talking about? I didn't do anything. I just wanted your opinion on something important. I'm not convinced, but go ahead. Could you at least try to pretend like you have an ounce of faith in me? So, I guess it was mostly the conversation we were having at lunch that got me curious. I figured you'd be the best person to ask. Conversation at lunch? Nothing more specific than that. When they talk about college applications and stuff, you didn't say anything on the subject. It got me wondering if you'd even got any kind of offers and whatnot. Like, I know there are a lot of colleges out there who'd love to have an accomplished player in their roster and might reach out to you with scholarships to try and get you to join. Yeah, that sort of thing happens sometimes. I got a few like that. Really? How come you never brought it up? She shrugs, acting like the whole thing was no big deal at all. Well, we're talking about offers worth millions of yen. There's no point. I already had career plans decided for years. You and I are going to go pro together and head to America. We're going to abandon you to get a random degree in England or Australia or wherever it speaks of a free ride. Oh, alright. Yeah, that's very considerate of you. Well, crap. I hadn't even thought about how this offer might affect Saya. I don't feel like an ass for even considering it. Just out of curiosity, how many offers have you gotten so far? Give me a minute. She starts mumbling something I can't hear under her breath, staring off into space for a few seconds while trying to recall the information. I think it's been about 5, unless I'm forgetting one. What, 5? How come you got 5 when I only got 1? I mean, yeah, I'm not going to pretend you're not an amazing player, but still, what the hell was it with this huge difference in treatment? Wow, damn, you're really popular. Good for you. Really popular? It's not like I get any more recognition than you do. One would think. If you say so. Either way, thanks for answering my question. Sure, no problem. Told you again during practice. Oh, by the way, would you be okay with playing another match? Yeah, really? Again? You really are petty, aren't you? Can't leave things off like this. I refuse on a matter of pride. I've played 11 sets against you and only managed to win a single one so far. Can't let things stay this one-sided. What? You afraid of a little challenge? Kinda. Wait, what? I was just joking. Yeah, I know, it's true though. It's scary how fast you're catching up to me. We only started playing against each other a week ago and you went from not keeping up to give me more trouble than I've had in the national competition. It's terrifying. Kinda feels like you're some kind of predator stalking me. Jeez, I know it made you feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry. Nah, it's fine. That's how a tennis player's supposed to be. I'm just not used to seeing you be like that anymore since you've been in a slump for so long. I'd rather see you being crazy competitive than lazing around again. I never thought I'd have that kind of hunger turned on me. Huh, I guess it is like a kind of hunger. That's a good way to put it. I know she'd react if I said something like, rabbit. I'd always think of terrible jokes. Just don't make me start playing 5-set matches against you every day. That would get exhausting very fast. You don't get to say that. You're the stamina monster that's constantly running me ragged when we play. Just because I can handle it better than you doesn't mean I'm not suffering from exhaustion all the same, you know. Alright then, I won't make you play 5-set matches with me every day. Promise. Yeah. Because I'll eventually start beating you in straight sets and you won't need to complain about being tired. Oh yeah? Bring it, bitch. She's just as easy to rile up as I remember. That should keep her from complaining too much about playing against me from now on. I'll see you inside. Get ready to have your ass kicked. Just remember we're still talking about tennis here, okay? And there she goes, stomping away without listening to a single word I said. Okay, geez. Maybe I did a bit too good a job of pissing her off. Just might end up regretting talking too much. Well, this is going to be a hell of my own creation. No point delaying it. I'll just head inside and take it like a man. A few hours later. My whole body hurts a lot more than I'd have hoped for. Even just playing a single match a day against Saya Chan is exhausting. At least I'm making progress. Managed to steal a single set from her again today. I'm still lost 3-1. I'll just cheer myself up by saying this is good practice when we reach nationals and have to start playing 5-set matches again. I really need to start winning. Fish around inside my bag for a few seconds and I managed to find my phone, checking for any new messages that might have popped up when I was at the club. Anki did text me when I was away. That was just him letting me know he'll be home late from practice. I should be fine. I'll just tell him to take a taxi home if it gets too dark outside by the time he leaves. I also wonder if Shuichi's still at school right now. I'll try calling him. If he's still around, maybe we can hang out for a bit before he leaves. Let's see if he'll even pick up his phone at all. Hello? You picked up? Oh, Hector, what's up? He's going to practice. Wondering if you're still around school. Kind of wanted to go see you. Sorry, Carriette, I'm already home. Keegan and the rest of the council forced me to take a break again. Since I don't have volleyball practice anymore, I came home early. Oh, what if I came over? I could, pick you up at least? I'd rather avoid actually being in his house as much as I can. Yeah, Dad actually asked me to help out with some office work. I shouldn't even be on my phone right now. I just got to turn it off. That's a bummer. We don't have much time to ourselves this week, so I kind of hope that... I know. Sorry. I already promised I would help. Plus he's paying me for this, so... You went home from school early. Shouldn't be allowed to take that time off to relax? It just sounds cruel to use that as an opportunity to make you do more work. You're so good at your work, you finished everything you had to do early. As a reward, here's more work. Is that what the adult world is like? That sounds totally miserable. Well, it doesn't make me happy to hear you want to spend more time with me, though. Of course I do, you dork. I miss you. I think it's just been kind of crazy since we had that fight and we haven't had much time to just be together. Yeah, that's true. Oh, we schedule a date over the weekend. I'll go with Mom to watch her play in Tokyo tomorrow, but I should be free Sunday. Really? Wouldn't be too much work to swing 3 days on the weekend. And you usually always use one of them to keep up with your studies and whatnot. Well, I can take one weekend off. It's not going to kill me. Besides, it's worth if I get to spend more time with you. Oh, thank you. It's really nice of you to say. Where's your dad, by the way? Is he not breathing down your neck right now? You are on the phone. Oh, he's at work. It's a weekday, remember? Huh, since you said he immediately asked you to do more stuff for him when you got home early, I thought he was there too. Oh, that's because I messaged him saying I'd be coming home early and that's with any errands he wanted me to run. You really are the root cause of your own problems, aren't you? Oh, just your average sucker for punishment. Can I text you with our date plans later? So I need to figure out what would be a good time for me on Sunday. Are you going to ask what would be a good time for me? You kidding? You're a bum. You're always free. Hey, that's not true. Sure it is. You're never up to anything. I can drag you around whenever I want with no repercussions. Keep that up and I have to punch you as soon as we get to this date. Sure thing. Feel free to get as much payback as you want then. What did that sound so wrong just now? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Oh god, I can practically hear you blushing over the phone. Cut it out. Oh, don't worry, I didn't mean anything sexual by that. You don't need to get all embarrassed. Thank you. But if you play your cards right... Yeah, I'm going through a tunnel, I can't hear you. God damn it, my face feels so fucking red right now. Great. Now he's texting me. Going through a tunnel, huh? Funny, I was about to say we could do something similar. If you catch my drift, that is. Just turn off your phone and go back to work already, you dork. Even my insults are lame. I don't know how to feel about this. I've been trying to roll the punches, hoping I get used to it soon, but... Maybe I should talk to Shuichi about being less pushy? I don't know how to feel about the way things went down when we had sex. You know, I gave him that huge speech about everything was fine. I feel like I was trying to convince myself more than anything. I feel like I should be okay with it by now. He pushes so much, it makes me want to back down even more. Fuck, so many things I need to learn to deal with all at once. Why can't any of this be easy? Maybe I should just ask Sire about this stuff. She has her shit together in most parts. She already showed a lot of interest in talking about her relationship too. Am I opening Pandora's box here? This just might be a huge mistake. I'm going to go home and think this over during a hot bath. I really need one right now. It's way too hot, even with the air conditioning on. Summer, you've only just arrived and already wish you would leave. First thing I notice when I open my eyes is how bright it is inside. I don't often think of it. It's times like these I regret not putting curtains on my windows. My eyes hurt. Oh, what time is it? Judging by how bright it is, it can't be earlier than 9 a.m. It'd be a crime for it to be this bright any earlier than that. Try feeling my way around the nightstand, searching for my phone while squinting and struggling to get used to all this light. Well, what? It's almost 10 already. Holy crap, I overslept. I kept tossing and turning in bed for hours and couldn't make myself fall asleep. At some point I think I just got so tired that I passed out. It was past 4 by then. Actually, I'm still tired. If I go back to sleep, I'll be staying in bed past noon. I'll be pissing my day away. Shuichi didn't message me this morning either. Then again, he's probably excited about spending the day with his family after such a long time. It's not like missing a single good morning is that big of a deal. For the time being, I'll send him a basic message. I let him know I had trouble falling asleep, so he doesn't think I'm lazy by waking up this late. I should also make at least some kind of breakfast. Aki can't cook to save his life. I don't know if Mom is even home right now. I won't count on it, so I might as well cook. A few minutes later, I'm getting properly dressed. Mostly so I wouldn't hear Aki complain about me walking around in underwear. I get downstairs to work on making something for breakfast. Instead, I'm immediately surprised by the sight of food carefully laid on the table and wrapped in plastic. Did Aki do this? No way. Grilled mackerel, rice and miso soup? Aki doesn't even have the knife dexterity to properly cube tofu, let alone grill fish without breaking it into pieces. Was Mom here? That's a surprise. She only ever cooks once in a blue moon nowadays. Maybe she's taken Saturday off? There's no one in the living room or the kitchen. I go to check the entry hall and notice that both her shoes and her slippers are here. Curiouser and curiouser. Did aliens appear out of nowhere to abduct her? Or maybe she just poofed into thin air? She's home, her slippers wouldn't be in the hall. At the same time, if she's outside, her shoes wouldn't be here either. I mean, the simplest, more logical explanation is she bought new slippers or was using a different pair of shoes. Where's the fun in assuming that? Well, I guess I can check after I've had breakfast. I talk to no one else in particular, merely vocalising my thoughts so I can be a bit more secure in the plan of action. Well, it'd be a waste to eat such a delicious-looking meal. And judging from the 2 sets of plates and bowls in the drying rack, I'm guessing Aki and Mom had breakfast already. Which means all of this is for me. That's awesome. I mean, what's here is only really enough for a single serving, but if Aki hadn't eaten yet, I'd still share. Mom knows about my insomnia, so it's probably her idea to not wake me up. So I'm taking a seat on the counter, my phone buzzes inside of my pocket, echoing that familiar messaging beep. When I pick it up, the first thing I see is the screen flash a notification for a message Shuichi sent me. It took a little bit longer than I thought it would. It's probably out of the house by now, though. Let's see. Morning to you too. Forgot to message, sorry. With Mom and Hector in Tokyo. I know, Ro. Hope you have a good day too. I'm going on a date tomorrow. Look forward to it. Love you. I was not prepared to read that. He does say it often, but it catches me by surprise each and every time. I'll hold off on answering it for now. God damn it, my face is red. Good morning, sweetie. I see you're finally up. Oh, hey, Mom. So you really were home after all. You know there's no way Aki had made breakfast. Oh yes, I make grilled mackerel since I know it's one of your favourites. What? You didn't have to go through the trouble. Oh, it's no trouble. You're always taking care of your little brother of the house. Least I can do is something for you when I can. You already do. You work really hard to support us and even put up with me lazing around all the time the past few years. It's pretty unusual to be home. Did something happen? Well, I suppose you could say that. Mom grabs a pitcher of iced tea from the fridge, serving herself a glass full of it. I'm sure the face I made when I saw it must have been very amusing, because next thing I know she's giggling. I was going to ask if you wanted some, but I suppose I have my answer. Yeah. Well, I'll be going back to my room. I have some work I need to do. Huh? You're still working? I thought you had the day off. The day off from the office, sure. still need to prepare a briefing and work on some documents for the office. Jeez, it's really tough having your job. Oh, it is, but I enjoy it. We're currently trying to incentivize a major restructure in the Japanese legal and penal systems, so it's a lot of responsibility. Really? I don't know much about it. For your sake, I hope you'll continue not to know too much. You don't need to. Huh, that doesn't sound ominous at all. If you need me, I'll be in my room, though. Aki-kun is studying, so try not to disturb him if you can help it. Of course, not a problem. Aki is studying, huh? What a shocker. Then again, it doesn't bother me as much as it used to. I think I kept trying to convince him to slack off because I felt guilty for not taking my studies as seriously as I should. Seeing him be so serious about it just reminded me of how much I wasn't. Just one more thing to add to the list of complexes, I guess. I feel like I should try to study a little bit as well, for no other reason so I won't feel bad about it. But first, there's something else I need to get out of the way. Been thinking to myself, but yesterday it got more obvious to me. I have way too many things troubling me that I have no idea how to deal with. I need to ask someone for advice. God knows I've already been prodding left and right for help from both Haruki and Saya. Of course, there's no one going to invite that guy to my house just to ask for help. If anything, he'd laugh on my face if I even thought of it. I was thinking to myself yesterday that it wouldn't hurt to ask Saya. I was afraid I'd lose my nerve come morning, so I feel a lot better about the idea now. God knows there are things I can't talk to Shuichi about. That's why, Saya, you're up. She's not the type to sleep in super late even on weekends. I'm sure she must be awake right now. Hector, this is unusual. The line connects the two of us in an instant, giving me nothing more than a soft click when Saya answers the phone, her voice echoing clearly from the other side of the line. Yeah, I guess it is. Are you busy? I'm not right now. Did something happen? Would it be too much trouble to ask you to come over? Hey, out of nowhere? What's going on? I need a reasonable and rational person to help me a bit with some stuff. Reasonable and rational? I think that's the first time you ever called me anything resembling that. In fact, I'm pretty sure you should call me hysterical, violent, and Okay. I was just trying to butter you up. Ha! I knew it. I only call you those things as a joke anyway. Not that they're not at least partially true. Look, Sire, it's just I need advice, and you happen to be the only person I can ask this sort of thing to. So if it's not too much trouble, could you come over so we could talk? Okay, as long as it doesn't take too long, it should be fine. I'm used to this. Used to this? What does that mean? By this, does she mean people asking for advice? To her? Seriously? Wait, I'm only doing this because I have very few close friends, so I suffer from a lack of options. What level of desperate does someone have to be to actually pick her as their first option for advice? I wouldn't want to meet whoever that dysfunctional being is. I should be there in 10 minutes or so. Thanks, Sire. You're the best. Yeah, sure. I doubt you really think that. Depends on the subject? Without fail, Saya shows up exactly 10 minutes after saying she'd be leaving. She didn't even live that close by. How she managed it is a mystery to me. Always really fast when it comes to coming over. Did you run or something? Yeah, it can't take too long here after all. Can't? How come? It's a Saturday. I scheduled a half shift for today. Seriously, do you have any days when you don't work? I work around my schedule a lot. Since I'll be away for a few days to the competition at the end of the month, I wanted to get some extra shifts in. You really do like making money, huh? I like my job too. It's relaxing. Huh? Relaxing? Walk around dressed like a maiden acting all Mo. Are you mental? You can't be serious. Woman, you really are a mystery to me in general. So, what do you want to talk about? How about we go up to my room? Wow, secretive much? It's better to be safe than sorry after all. Where are Akiyoshi-kun and your mom, by the way? Is either of them home? They both are. Oh, seriously? That's also very unusual. Right, Aki I can understand, but mom being home this time of day is almost a miracle. Maybe I should go say hi? Aki is studying. Mom said she's working on some kind of super important brief for work or something like that. I'm not too sure. That's so like them to be working even during their weekend. Hector, are you sure you're related at all? You're nothing like them. Yes, I'm sure. I have the birth certificate to prove it. Just saying. Maybe they switch you at birth or something. Did anyone do a DNA test? Just please be quiet. I lead Saya to my room. Although the house in general is already pretty familiar to her, she still walks behind me diligently and politely without a fuss. Let me open the door for her and invite her inside before making any gesture or going inside. It's cleaner than last time. Excuse you, my bedroom is always clean. Last time I was here, there were a bunch of water stains on the floor. That's because you showed up out of nowhere. I was still exercising. Of course I get sweat on the floor when doing sit-ups. Alright then, we're here. Now tell me what's going on in that usually empty head of yours. Do you have to start things off by insulting me? Us. Whose idea was it to invite you here again? Oh, come on, don't look so serious. Just trying to brighten the mood a bit. The mood is plenty bright enough that you needing to insult me, thank you very much. Okay, sorry. You don't look sorry at all, whatever. Like I said, there's some stuff been bothering me for a while now. I've been mostly keeping it to myself, but it's getting a bit overwhelming, I guess. Of course it is. If you just bottle shit up, it'll never get fixed. I don't know, it worked pretty well for me in the past 3 years. You can talk to me. I'll try my best to be helpful. Just keep in mind I need to leave in about 40 minutes or so. Oh. No, that's enough time for me to talk about everything. I mean, there are a few different things I wanted to ask her about. Most important was about how to deal with Shuichi being too affectionate and, for lack of a better word, horny with me. The other was just wanting to come clean about the college offer and getting her take on it. Only 40 minutes would be enough to even talk to one of those properly. But I'd just pick one and ask her about it. Whatever. If I can just get even one thing off my shoulders, I'll be able to deal with the other one with a much clearer head. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just ask her for... Part of me wants to ask for relationship advice, but I'd love to have a third-party opinion on this. I think Saya-chan might not be the right person to ask. She's already way too invested in our relationship, even though we barely started dating. Not to mention that Shuichi apparently confides in her somewhat often, given that she already knew he liked me for years. She might not be the safest person to ask. On the other hand is the matter of the college offer that's been on my mind for a while now. Tried to shake it off them, but no matter how much I try, it keeps occupying my thoughts. So, I'm not sure how to say this. I think you're the person whose opinion I need the most on this, but I've been afraid to mention it so far. Oh, that sounds important. What's going on? Remember that hypothetical scenario I asked you about? Or whether you got any scholarship requests from colleges before? Yeah, what about it? Truth is, I actually got one a bit ago. I even stopped thinking about it, but I guess college scholarships really are a thing that exists. Katsuragi Sensei pulled me aside and let me know the college in Canada reached out to the school to offer me a scholarship, and the numbers were so generous they made my head spin. Oh, guess that explains why you asked me about it earlier. Yeah, I thought of going to college before. Never crossed my mind since my plans were already set, but once you started going over the numbers and how generous the offer was, I admit I second-guessed myself. And then when I asked you about it, you mentioned how you got offers yourself too, and you ignored them all since you don't want to leave me alone when you and I planned on going pro together. I felt terrible once I heard that. I can see why you came to me. Oh, this is it. This one she's going to get really angry with me, isn't it? She'll tell me just how terrible I am for even considering it, isn't she? Come on, I'm expecting it. Lay it on me. Hey, Hector-kun, is this something you want? I don't know. Katsuragi Sensei ran me through the numbers, how good their training program is in that college, the coaches and installations that have access to, but I didn't know who to talk about it. What about Shuichi? Come on, be real. You know how Shuichi is. He pressured me into it just because it's me going to college. He wouldn't even think about it for a second before going back to his usual pushy self. Yeah, I guess that's true, but even then she'd still talk about it with him. Why? It'll just cause a fight. You don't know they will, just assuming it's the case. Even if it would, this is way too big a secret for you to be keeping like that. Once you two are dating, it means any decisions about the future are going to affect him. Where you go, what you do. You don't know that your choice will be important to him too. Don't think he deserves to know? Hate it when she's all logical and thoughtful like this. I know that. I know she shouldn't be keeping it secret, but it's just easy to keep a secret and have the awkward, tense conversation. Then what's the point of even dating if you're going to be keeping huge secrets from each other? This is your future. It's a huge decision. You should at least know what you're thinking of it, even if you don't give them a choice in it. I know, it's not like I'm stupid, okay? It's just hard. Just bringing myself to having this conversation was already really difficult. It's awkward, it's comfortable, it's scary. This is stupid of me, but I prefer hiding away in my comfort zone. Why, are you going to climb up and go quiet now? It's not like that. At least say something. Like, what am I supposed to say in this situation? Give me the words then, 'cause I really don't know. But I also know it's horrible to even ask about it. I shouldn't be considering it. I mean leaving you alone and breaking our agreement. That would be a horrible thing to do. Oh, I don't care. Huh? Wait, that came out a bit wrong. It's not like I don't care, but more like I don't mind. Wait, no, it's not like I don't mind. It's more like, Well, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be thinking right now. Is this or is this not bad? Well, I more so want to say that you can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to stick to a plan just because of me. But you're counting on me. So what? You could stand to be a bit more selfish sometimes. Excuse me, weren't you going to lecture me on just a week ago because I was too selfish when it comes to tennis? Yeah. Which is it? If it's important to you, you should obviously consider it. It's your future we're talking about. Though I'd definitely argue with you, you came to me asking if you could quit tennis altogether. Then where does the line get drawn? That's hard to say. I asked you to make things easier for me, not the other way around. Please give me a goddamn straight answer. I mean, if we're just talking about course correction, it should be fine if you do whatever you want. Though if you decide to quit tennis, there'd become an issue. But that's a really forgiving stance to have. How could you just agree with it so easily? It would ruin your plans. What are you talking about? Why would it ruin my plans? Are you asking me that for real? Or are you going to share an apartment together, rent, groceries, training, all of that? If I'm not there, it means you'd have to look for someone else to be your roommate, since we both know the money we get working part-time won't cover expenses. Hector-kun, you're not getting what I'm saying at all here. I think that you're not getting what I'm saying at all here. Then please enlighten me. Why are you acting like I'd be all alone at all? You're going to go to college in Canada, I'll just follow you. That should be a given. Huh? What's with that reaction? What do you mean you'd follow me? I mean exactly what I said. It should be obvious. Well, it's not obvious to me. Are you serious? You're an idiot. What the fuck? You're not actually going to make me say it, are you? I have no clue what it is supposed to be. You're my partner. Of course I'll go wherever you go. I decided that a long time ago. I can't believe you made me actually say that, idiot. But why? Why'd you do that? Why shouldn't I do that? For God's sake, woman, you can be incapable of giving me a straight answer. Why does every question get answered with another question? Why? You're a fantastic player in your own right. You don't need to tie yourself down to me. You go wherever you want and do well. Yeah, I know. But then why? It's not like I'm deciding that because I think I need you or something. I just can't imagine going through this without you by my side. It's fine if you can, but it's not the case for me. As far as I'm concerned, no one's a bigger monster than you. I'm saying this while also being 100% sure of how good I am. That's insane. You have no logic at all. Yeah, I totally do. Really? Then give me one good reason why you choose to do this. I don't want to. That you're always saying you don't have one? I mean, of course you don't. You're already way better than me. There's zero reason for you to be depending on me. That's not true. Now you're just throwing a tantrum because you don't want to be wrong. Stop looking at me like you don't believe me. I don't believe you. You're cruel. Cruel? How on earth am I cruel? You're the one spouting nonsense here. Fine. You want the truth? I'll tell you my reason. Be my guest. You're the reason I can try so hard and be so confident in myself. I know we'll eventually go our separate ways when it comes to tennis. We're both singles players after all, but I wanted to keep playing by your side for a bit longer. What? What? That's ridiculous. You're way better than me. Yeah, I'm better than you right now. So what? That has nothing to do with it. You won't remember it, but I didn't really care at all that much about tennis when we first met. I just played because my parents put me up to it. It's watching you and practicing side by side with you that I fell in love with tennis. Huh? Jeez, why do you have to be this clueless? But you're not the only one. A lot of players our age all around Japan looked up to you and worked hard because they wanted to be like you. You're a lot of people's idol. I'm sorry, my brain is totally frozen right now. I know I'm popular, I know that. Even if the volume of sports magazine reporters and what interview me has gone down in recent years, so I get bugged by them emailing me or showing up to competitions on the regular. But come on, why do other players care? I'm supposed to be just another rival. How will I ever be responsible for making someone love tennis? That makes no sense. You're an idiot. What did I do? I'm saying you're an idiot, you're an idiot. That's that. End of story. Idiot, idiot, idiot. Ow, ow, ow. Stop punching my shoulder. You're trying to break my arm. Stop that. It's your fault making me say that much, you dumbass, clueless, moron, dimwit. Stop it. This hurts. I didn't even do anything. Stop rampaging. Ah, she stopped. She calmed down all of a sudden. I don't get it. Your personality really is warped nowadays. What the hell does that even mean? Don't make me punch you again. What did I do? I feel so lame now. I can't tell how your mind works at all. The feeling is mutual. So you can't tell how your mind works either? That would explain a lot. Being glared at is really uncomfortable, you know. You're going to be reasons to glare at you then. You're the one who invited me over to ask my opinion and acted all difficult about it. You're at fault here. Just because I asked your opinion doesn't give you a pass to be all sire about it. And again, if you try being all nurturing and caring about it, it'll probably grind my gears even more. Why did I even invite you here in the first place? Seems like no matter what, I've ended up annoyed by you. Huh, really am a pain in the ass sometimes, aren't I? Well, if that'll be all, I really need to get going. Sorry for taking up so much of your time when you're busy. It's fine. For you asking for help and you sulking around over a problem that has an easy fix. I don't do that sort of thing. Sure. I hate you. I love you too. Anyway, I need to get going. Can you walk me out? Sure, least I can do. Going down to the living room, Sarah and I come across the side of Aki on the couch, the controller in his hands. Man, I rarely see him actually playing a game lately. That's an unusual sight. Done studying. Yeah, finished all my homework. Oi, Sayani. Hey there, Aki-kun. Since when have you been here? Sai puts her finger to her lip, echoing a long, drawn-out humming sound inside her mouth. Not that long. Just dropped by real quick because Hector-kun needed my help. No fair. How come no one told me? Or did I hang out with Sayani too? Sorry. Hector-kun told me you're studying in your bedroom. I didn't want to bother. That would have been fine. Really? You always get pissy when I interrupt you when you're studying. Well, that's because you're you. Sayani is Sayani. I'm sensing a fair bit of favouritism here and I don't like it. Maybe we should set a date for me to swing by and all three of us can hang out together like we used to. Oh, really? Yay, I'd love that. Oh, are you excited to hang out with your Sayani? Oh, yeah. Are you two done yet? Don't be like that. There's no need to sulk. Thank you for coming over. It's lovely to talk to you and I really appreciate the help. Hope you have a good day at work today. Yada yada yada. Bye, Saya. I start pushing out the door, causing Saya to laugh while offering no resistance. You're not supposed to be laughing, damn it. Man, you really are jealous. Out. I quickly pushed Saya to the entry hall and out the door, slamming it behind her. The sound of Saya laughing from the other side. As soon as I step back in the living room, Aki giggles, smirking at me with the same smug look Saya gave me. You're actually jealous. That's really funny. I'll push you out the door too. Don't test me. I have the key. I should have dropped you on the street inside in the drop me box when I had the chance years ago. You're lucky you're cute sometimes. I'm going back to my room. Really? Do you want to play a game or something? I feel like playing. No. Why? You're actually upset because I called you jealous. No, not that. I just need to get some studying done. If I start playing, I won't. That's what you think you're coming from you. Thought we switched places or something. Watch your mouth. Well, all I said was damn. And you're too young to be saying stuff like that. I take it back. We're right back to normal now. Enjoy your games. I'm going to get this done before I manage to come up with another reason to delay. Okay, come join me when you're done. Sure, it'll be a couple of hours though. Well, I can wait. Oh, I've got some really good incentive to get that done quickly. Can't let himself be left behind by Aki. Need to keep giving him a good example as his older brother. Which means studying right now. Man, I'm awesome. Should earn an award for being a great older brother or something. Plus, it's good to have some time to digest the stuff Saya said to me. Definitely have a lot to think about. And here we are, on to 25th of June, the Sunday, when he should be meeting up with Shuichi for their date. And that's where we're going to leave it for now. And we won't be going back to Tennis Ace before too long. Maybe even next month we'll see how everything goes. But before we wrap up, as always, thanks to all my donors on Ko-fi and Patreon. And my top patrons are Marcus, Seven King, Monolay, Exact, Aaron Fox, Mohammed Al-Zamil, Andy Peng, Burnt Toast, Kartek, Copas Vissa, Besuksu, Larkaskatan, Bastion, Brian Hall, Tiger Cup, Ida Corval, Anubis Silverwind, Dissonance, Grizz, Spiderling, Kopi, and Sylvie Dragowolf. And I am planning a special patron-only post explaining some of the titles that these videos have. It might be interesting, it might not, but I'm trying to think of nice things for all of you, because it's really hard to come up with ideas for patrons. I'll be working on that over time. What else is coming up? There'll be something planned which I can't talk about yet, which will be some more collaboration stuff. That will be fun. And next week there'll be a return to Supernova. We're going to catch up with what's going on there. And it's time to make a decision in that VN. So look out for a poll coming up on the community section of the channel very soon. I'll be posting that maybe tomorrow. And it's up to you to decide which route we take out of the two options I'm going to be giving you. So you can find out what happens with that probably next Thursday, Friday, depends on your time zone. And they'll be doing something different on the weekend, which I can't remember what it is as I don't have the schedule handy. But there'll be something else going on that weekend. Just one extra weekday VN this month. I'm not doing too many. And as the music starts to loop around again, I think that's a good sign that I've been talking too long. We should head off. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.